All right. Well, hopefully, folks will be able to see us and hear us. And we are back. We've got a few players out this time, some family things going on. But rest assured, they will rejoin us again. But we've got 3 players tonight. Always good enough to play a game. Dion, why don't you? Well, we are playing Shadowrun. Let's start with that. Shadowrun. In the circa 2050 universe. So this is Shadowrun first, second edition, but we're using the OR, one roll engine system. Um, and go ahead, Dion. Tell us who you're playing.
Well, I am playing Marina No Diamonds. She is a human shaman living in the Caribbean who stumbled upon this party and is trying to solve a mystery of a murder that she is the lead suspect of.
Indeed, they have video evidence and everything.
I
Jake,
swear I didn't do it.
you don't know if you did it, to be completely honest. Jake,
There's
what do you
good
got
reason to
going?
believe you did, in fact. Uh, I'll be playing, well, I'm Jake with the Defenders of Cobalt, and I'll be playing a hacker by the name of Kaylee, who is rarely seen outside of the internet.
And why is that, Jake? Why is that?
Kaylee may or may not be long since undead.
Not really undead. Ghoul is being a ghoul is a
Ghoulism.
contagious virus, right? You're not undead. You just have this pallor to you. And since you were an elf originally, you don't even look that bad. You know, if people are into creepy goths, you would be their type.
Yeah, yeah.
But it does
My
have
vocal
a
cords are
certain
shot, though, so
yeah, yeah, and you really don't like sunlight that much, which is a problem being in the Caribbeans, uh, in
I
on the
did find
island
a
of
lovely
Antigua.
cave and spread rumors about my disease here, so
Yes.
hopefully that'll keep people away for a bit.
Right. In fact, Chuck.
Oh man, that's me. Hi, I'm Chuck, Defenders of Cobalt, but I'm playing Ivan, our Russian fire mage, and I'm gonna light some things on fire. It's gonna be great, super
Okay.
great.
So we're using a new system. We're still working out the kinks. Matter of fact, right before the stream started, we were buying all of their powers. So we'll figure out how this works as we go. But do you remember the plot line? So Dion, yes, you were implicated in a murder. Your rival in the fashion industry was found dead in a bungalow in basically this area of Antigua that's we won't call it a low rent district because a lot of Antigua is that way, but it was kind of the market. It's like the central market, right across from this chicken dealer. She was found in a hut, just brutally killed, and cameras not only picked you up doing the act, but you turned and looked directly at the camera with these cold, dead eyes. Uh, did you do it? Well, you're not entirely sure, as your character was partying hard that night, and there is a time that you can't remember, that you can't recall. And you guys are all here because you're hiding out. There were some seriously big players after you after your last mission. Um, some strings were pulled. There's a nice party bungalow that you guys have taken over here for a little R&R. Lay low and get your profile less hot back in Seattle. So we will take up that evening, since most of what you guys did was towards the afternoon that day. You guys remember how it ended last time? The very end. It's been a couple of weeks, so
It's been a while,
yeah,
yeah.
it's been almost a month since we played last.
Yeah.
So the last scene ended with some undercover cops pointing a listening device and listening to you guys talking about whether or not she did it out in front of the hawker stands, and you saw it. So you fully realize that you're being followed and listened in on. Oh, the other important thing to remember is for our hacker friend here, the local police are their systems are entirely air gapped, not because
that's
they're
right.
not because they are super technologically advanced. It's because they are super poor. They have barely a network here, and all of their computers are offline, accessible only from inside the building.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
There's a
my
few
attempts to hack
terminals.
into their systems have gone kaput.
Correct. There's a few terminals, but none of the police information is connected to them. It's just how they browse the web and pull information down. None of their networks are attached to the outside. So there we go. You do have a swanky bungalow, and this woman here who may have killed her rival makes really good cookies, Ivan. So you have a small vested
Yeah.
interest in keeping her out of jail.
Absolutely.
So let's just pick up back at the bungalow after you've discovered that you've picked up a tail. Dion, oh man, your name did not get on the screen. I am so sorry. What is your character's name again, Dion?
Marina.
Marina. Let me try and get that up there. So let's take up in the dining area of your bungalow and let you guys figure out what you're going to do.
So the people they're listening in, we should just go out and light them on fire and call it a night.
I don't think that'll help my case.
Not with that kind of attitude.
I mean, what can we do? I mean, we don't have really any leads anywhere. I don't think there's anyone in mind that I'd want to ruin me. I mean, I usually treat everyone pretty well around here.
Well, we got some options here. We have to find out who wanted that person dead and who wanted you out of the way as well. Is there a third wheel on your fashion cookie extravaganza?
I mean, we could always talk to her workers, if anything, maybe her assistants, or I'm not sure. There might be other designers, but nobody that really comes to mind to me.
Okay.
Oh, your other two companions have come down with a tropical illness, and that is why they do not appear in this episode.
Las
There we go.
Turistas.
So when we saw the video
Mhm.
of Marina looking at the security camera from the place across the street, it was a bank, correct?
It was a bank, yes.
And she had something weird going on with her eyes.
Yeah, they looked just dead. Like she looked directly at the camera and even smiled, but her eyes, like it could just be bad video, but like they look silvery and like there was no pupil at all, and just like they're like the body was like a puppet, even that it just did not seem real, although certainly look real.
See, it's got to be magical and lead. The video, we're dealing with skin shifter, or we're dealing with, someone changing shapes into you.
What the hell?
Or maybe they just puppeted you like big marionettes.
Oh, well, I know there's a part of the night I don't remember, but I don't.
Where were you that night?
I was at the art show downtown at one of the bars. I was showcasing some work, and I think, I had a couple of drinks, and
Well, let's go to bar. You need disguise, though.
oh, I got plenty of outfits.
No, not an outfit. An outfit is what people know you for. You need disguise. I would like to give you the Ivan special of homeless bum.
Oh no. All
It's my
right.
personal favorite style. I dress that every day. You can tell.
All right. I go and I get like a washcloth and I start washing my makeup off my face. And
Who the hell
just-
are you? Where
Stop!
did Marina go?
Stop it! It's not that bad. It's just enough. And I just clean
Kaylee,
it
I did
all
not
out.
know you had two people here of your living status.
I would thank you for not mentioning my living status.
Or lack thereof. My bad. I will not do it again.
Yes, well, perhaps if we could get some sort of access to the art show's security system, we might see what all happened that night.
Cool. Well, it's during daytime, and you can't go out during the day. And we definitely don't want anyone seeing your actual face, Marina, without all your makeup. The scare.
So it's late afternoon,
Late
and it is
afternoon.
quite fashionable for pale ladies to and men to have parasols, sun parasols. So
Okay.
I have plenty of
yeah.
parasols.
Kaylee could
I
definitely
Kaylee
go
here.
out. It's just not comfortable.
I give her a black lace parasol.
All right.
This is much better than the trash bag on a stick I've been using.
Let's go to the bar. Do you know if that bar they allow dogs?
Yeah.
Good. The goodest scout will come along to them.
Ah, thank God. I love the Good Scout.
I have statted up Scout. Don't you
Oh,
worry.
that's beautiful. Beautiful. I may have to re-look at my stats and put more points into scout. I've just got 2 so far, and I feel like that's a disrespect to the best scout.
Mm-hmm. What I bought with what you put in dice is basically he's got keen sense of smell.
Oh,
That's what he's got
that's
so
plenty
far.
Good. I can deal with that.
So where do you want to go? You mentioned a few things there. You mentioned going to the bank. You mentioned going to the party and the bar. Well, not the party, the art gallery and the bar.
So the art gallery and the bar are 2 separate places. The bar was the last place.
Yeah, and that's where Marina can't remember time. There's a lost point of time.
That's good with you 2. Let's go to the bar and get a drink.
Yeah. I could use
That sounds
one.
lovely.
I hear they have a special beverage there called White Russian. I wonder if it'll remind me of home.
Maybe. It's pretty good. I've had it.
Okay. If you all gather together and you head off to that bar, what's the name of the bar, Dion?
The Cock and Feather.
The Cock and Feather. Sure, why not? Sounds like a good name.
Spelled COQUE.
Of course. All right. Kaylee, other than the parasol, are you doing
Yes.
anything else to cover up? Essentially, while you are in direct sunlight, if you cover up, you're physically fine, but you are down 1D just from the irritation of the sun. That's with you being covered up. If you're exposed, you actually will take damage.
I'm going to cover myself up as much as possible, like, trash bags, newspapers, all taped together, that sort of thing. Basically make myself a really ratty poncho.
So I have to ask, is this an ascetic choice? Because Kaylee isn't poor.
No, Kaylee is poor. That's the thing.
Well, you've got the money that the group has given you for pay, but I guess you have lost everything you had before.
Yeah, so I had to get back up to at least an operable standard.
Okay. You've probably been throwing all your creds into new equipment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
New deck, a lot of programming and whatnot.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, guys, why don't all of you then give me a roll on sense? So whatever you have in your sense stat, and if you have a skill that will help you for like casual observation, like see, smell would work for Kaylee actually.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, because remember you're effectively blind, Kaylee.
Yeah.
So for sense skills, I got perception and scrutiny. Could I apply perception to that?
Perception would be fine. Yep.
Okay. So my sense skill is 2, perception is 2. So I'm rolling 4.
Captain asks, the scout would give you a bonus. In this case, no, because scout wasn't there to get the initial scent of the quarry. So how do you guys do? So
Bad.
yeah, Chuck, not a single match, no big deal. Jake got a match of 3. Ooh, and 6s. Okay, 2. And Dion?
I don't have any sense skills.
You don't. Well, you have the stat sense.
Oh.
So however many dice you have just in that attribute.
Oh. Okay. So 4. Boop.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Ah, dang.
So you have a natural
Highlander sees
acuity. More likely, actually, is that you just got this heightened sense of awareness. Now that you know you're being followed, you're just hypersensitive to it. And there's a beat up taxi cab. You guys have this bungalow that's up on, kind of like on stilts because you're near the water. So in floods, you don't get drowned out. So you're coming down this long stairway, and Marina, you look over to the left, and down below a bunch of tropical trees. There's an old taxi cab, beat up. It actually says just Axi, AXI. The T has been completely scrubbed out. But again, there's somebody sitting in the passenger side, as if, back seat, as if they were a fare, but they're pointing one of these listening devices up towards your bungalow as you're coming down.
I kind of nudge Ivan and just like move
Jake,
my eyes to the taxi.
Kaylee, you see the taxi as well, but Marina
I
saw the
smell a
guy
taxi.
actually. Yeah, you smell the taxi.
I smell the inside of the taxi. I smell the taxi driver.
You know that it's a diesel taxi.
Yes.
And the guy wears Axe body wash. Far too much of it.
Sounds correct for taxi driver.
Mhm.
So you think they're peeking on you?
I see the little device.
Yeah, it's one of those
Okay.
parabolic microphones. You see the big dome and it's pointed up at the bungalow.
Well, we have two options. We sneak up to them and see what they're doing, or we just go ask, like, "Hey, who are you? What are you doing?"
You should shout into his microphone and deafen him.
That's what I thought about doing.
I would say I could cast silence on his car, but I do not have that statted out yet.
Alright, let's is there like an alleyway near that car?
Sort of like there's hedgerows to either side of it, and then the street itself just kind of goes north to south. So it's
Mhm.
pointed down to the south.
Hmm.
So what are you looking to do?
Well, I was thinking I like Kaylee's idea of just screaming into the microphone, but I was thinking we can get a little closer first to really pack a punch and then dart down an alleyway or dart down a road or something. But
No, you certainly could.
Well, he's listening in. He probably already knows that we're talking about him.
fair.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you're saying this, the taxi cab, the engine kind of sputters to life, and it starts to slowly roll away.
Well, that solves
Does
that,
it got
doesn't it?
it got a license plate?
It does.
We'll get that license plate. I'm not running unless I have to, and this
Can I
is
read
not
it?
a have to.
You have a 4 in sense? Sure. Yeah, you can.
Okay. What's it say?
19X3Y.
19X3Y.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there. Okay. I keep that to memory.
Okay. You guys brave the hot, sweltering, late afternoon temperatures as you go out to the bar. So the Cock and Feather has just opened its doors. They start late, right before sundown. Most of their clients don't come in until much later, but they have a fantastic early dinner that they serve. And there's a small line out front waiting to get in for this.
Wait to go in or see if we can sneak in back.
I mean, we're not eating. We're here to talk.
So there are several tables out front where people are taking tea, coffee, other beverages, enjoying the last of the daylight. The inside, though, is air conditioned, and most folks are going in for that. There usually, Marina, is a bouncer out front, but tonight is no special occasion. You see flyers that there's a few local bands playing leading up to a Battle of the Bands competition later in the month. Today is kind of a battle off between a few competitors for some of the last spots in the Battle of the Band competition.
Oh man, band name and cloth are playing against each other tonight. All right, there's no bouncer. We can totally just walk in. It's no
Yeah,
problem.
totally.
We're not eating, so.
The line's moving fast enough. It's just bottlenecked because it's got a single door. So as you're coming in, blast of cool air refreshes you. As you wander in, you can already smell roasting pig. Of course, chicken in the air. Lots of booze is being carted around. The area in front of the music pit isn't really filled up yet, so these people are definitely here just to eat. There is no bartender. Waitresses and wait staff are just, bringing drinks and food to the table. You look around, you don't see a manager. Kitchen is going full speed. They got big
Any
clay
signs
ovens
of-
in the back.
Any signs of cameras in here?
Yes, you do see cameras.
I'm gonna ask a waitress real quick
Mhm.
if I can find if there's a manager I can talk to. I'm gonna use etiquette for that probably, or
Yeah, but
manipulate.
if I remember right, Ivan dressed you up as a bum.
Oh, that's
I
right.
did.
Never mind. I realize I'm
you
kind of
definitely can do
not
etiquette,
looking the part.
but you are going to have a -1D penalty because you
Yeah.
look like a bum.
I kind of realized that after a minute, and I'm like, Ivan, you might want to ask for a manager. I don't think
Why do
Kaylee
we
and
need
I
to
are
talk to
gonna.
manager? Managers are dumb. Let's go find security tapes and
Well,
just steal.
Oh, all right, all right.
Listen, you don't get that as far as I've gotten in this business by asking for manager. My name is not Karen, but my name is Ivan, and Ivan steals.
All right, let's.
Kaylee, you can tell by looking at the cameras, everything here is hardwired. It's not wireless. You can
No,
see.
I can't.
Well, that's true. You cannot. That is
I cannot
absolutely
see.
true. You can't see a thing, but you can sure smell.
You could ask pointed questions, and I could be your eyes.
Yes. What sorts of means of recording footage would they have here? Where would the
Well,
angles be?
It all looks domed, the little dome cameras up top with the things, but I see little cable coming out of each one stapled to the ceiling. And they all feed back to the thing. So not the, I don't know your technical speak, but it's not, it's all wires.
I would presume I would need access to the security room in order to gain access to the camera footage then.
So we just follow the wires.
Correct.
We could use a distraction.
Yep. As you are suspiciously standing there, not looking for a table, not looking for a waitress, but you're looking at their security system. A waiter does approach you. It's a dwarf. He's got long dreadlocks that go down, waist level or so. He's got a number of piercings in his face. It looks relatively young for a dwarf. Hasn't grown in whiskers at all, but he's got tattoos of whiskers on his face. And he comes up to you, and and as you're looking at the cameras discussing this, he's like, look, guys, if you're trying to case the joint, we really don't make much money during this time of day. I'd come back later. And yeah, I'll call the cops to make sure they're here later too.
No, we do not want to case your joint. We are actually, my name is Scout, and I am a police officer from Seattle.
It's a little outside your jurisdiction. What's a Seattle cop doing rousting our bar?
I'm on vacation.
Oh, well, cop on vacation.
Yeah, well, I'm on vacation, give or take. A little legal snafu. You know how it goes. But I have been asked, you heard about the murder of the one lady.
Yeah, it's all over the hollow feeds today. Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing
Have the police
stuff.
come and talk to you yet?
Yeah, a lady was here at the bar last night for a little while. I mean, but we, videotape showed that she left. I remember she tipped real well. She left a little early. He squints real hard at Marina and says, yeah, she got in a fight with you, and she slapped you and went away after that.
What did this one do?
I don't know. There was some kind of argument going on.
Well, I mean, after that, did this one leave early too?
Oh, no, man. She danced the night away. I mean, she was here till 2 a.m.
Could we get copies of videotape? of security tape showing that she was here till 2?
Yeah, of course. We just give that information out to anyone.
I will pay you money.
We would give that information out to anyone who has money.
Okay. I will, off of one of my cred chips that we still have from, I'll pocket over a slightly comedically large amount of money for this.
Wow. Okay.
I whisper to the dwarf too while he's handing him the cred stick. I go, if my innocence is proven, I'll totally bake you guys cookies next time where there's a party here.
He looks at all the filth that you're disguised in. He's like, "Nah, that's good. No, we're good. Hey,
This is a disguise. Don't worry about this.
Yeah.
You didn't see me like this.
So Ivan, he slots the chip, sees how much money's on it. His eyebrows raise a little bit, and then he pulls out his personal communicator, and he basically just sends the feeds over for the last 48 hours.
This is beautiful, friend. Also, I've heard of a drink called the White Russian.
Yeah.
I would like one to see if it reminds me of home.
Oh, well, have a seat over there. The foretop over there in the corner. I'll bring out a round of Russians.
Fantastic. Let us go sit. While we're setting, I presume we can review the information on someone else's pan or on Marina's pan. I don't trust technology that much.
I broke my phone.
Yeah, she did.
You
So it's
told
your
me I
phone,
was being
Ivan.
bugged, so I broke
Fine,
it.
I'll look at it on my phone. Kaylee, your phone's...
It's touch only.
Yeah, Kaylee's phone displays in Braille.
Displays in scent.
All right, so what does the
Marquee
footage
key with a
look
different
like?
perfume?
All right, so how far back do you want to roll it? To the beginning of the party?
I want to just get confirmation that Marina was here.
Oh, she was
at the
definitely
time.
here. She was literally dancing on tables. Everybody was handing her drink after drink after drink. You see the altercation she had where your now dead body slapped her in the face. Of course, there's no audio, though. And the camera's situated where you can't really read lips either. And she kind of storms out. That happened about 12:30.
Okay. All right.
And the
Okay.
cops said the murder happened between 1 and 2, right?
Marina, you don't remember most of this. Like, you remember coming to this bar,
I think I remembered until like midnight.
Yeah,
You said.
exactly. Okay, so with you saying that, Ivan, why don't you make me a sense perception roll?
Sense perception 4.
Oh my gosh.
I might have to review some of my skill point allocation.
All right. Yeah. So you don't see anything in other than that. You don't see the video cameras don't catch when Marina leaves, but she goes to the bathroom fairly often. Drinks are being given to her all night long. She dances with a number of people. She does break one of the tables that she's dancing on, but it's quickly moved away. No one seems to be making a scene about it. Apparently, it was a private party paid for by, probably the art installation that you did the show for, Marina. Yep. You don't remember any of this at all. Like, you remember coming into the party that there was into the bar and there was a party here, but like what happened, you don't remember.
Can I look at the stuff from like 11:30 on to watch my actions closely? Because I know I kind of blacked out around midnight.
Sure.
So I'm like, and I'm used to drinking that much, and I don't normally black out. So I want to watch like maybe a half hour before I know I blacked out.
Sure, give me a roll.
Watch like my drinks and all that.
Yeah. So sense perception or any other sense skill like see.
Just sense, base sense. Nope.
Yeah, you watch, but the cameras really don't have great angles. I mean, essentially, they're just set up to see the main floor and the entrances and exits. And you were dancing all over the place. It was really hard to. During that time, you did use the restroom a couple of times. You see yourself going to the ladies' room.
Is there anyone that I was like partying with a lot? Like anyone in particular that kept staying close to
You
me?
recognized everybody there. Like everybody,
Yeah.
again, this is telling you that it was a private party, that the whole bar was kind of leased out for your group, because this is everybody that was at the art. What's the name of
Right.
the establishment that did your show?
Uh, the Cock and Feather or the
No.
gallery?
No,
The
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 art
gallery.
gallery.
Yeah.
It's art, but it's abbreviated, and they're so pompous they never tell you what the abbreviation is.
Right. ART.
Yeah.
Okay. Good enough. It's everybody that you recognize from there. The people that were there to put on your show. The helpers that you got for your own entourage at the time to help you with the dress, etc. Even like maintenance people that you know from there were all in the bar at the time. So there's no one here that you really don't know, or at least haven't seen.
All right. Weird. Maybe we should go to the bank and see what we can see out in the alleyway.
Yep. Your White Russians come.
All right. This is terrible. It is milk. It is spicy. This is a bunch of milk drinkers think we are in Russia. This is filthy.
It's milk with a kick.
Filthy. How dare they disrespect vodka like this?
Yep. He assumes that the cred you gave him were already payment for the alcohol. So you have now tried your first White Russian, Ivan. It does not taste.
Disappointment.
It does not taste like the disappointment that is Russia. Actually, it does taste like the disappointment
It
that is
does.
Russia.
Maybe it does fit. Maybe it does a little bit. Okay. So we know that you were here till 2, but she left at 12:30. So the question now is that we know that you're not worth following.
Now, just as an aside, Kaylee, you can jack into your phone and review the video that way.
Okay, that's good. That's handy. As
Yep.
long as it's a digital copy.
Yeah.
You wanna give it a go then?
So
Yeah,
this will
I'll
be
try to-
sense and then whatever sense skill that might work. Perception. In this case, you can see.
Yeah, I've got 3 attached to hearing and smell and perception. So
Okay. Did you
Yeah.
take perception by itself
no.
as a broad
Well,
skill?
I've got 4 in sense.
Okay, yeah. Just go ahead and roll those 4 dice.
Okay.
Oh, finally,
Hey,
somebody made a
that's not
success.
bad.
So slightly after midnight, maybe it was right after Marina had whatever words were given with her arrival. Someone hands Marina a drink. It's maybe a teenager. You get a good look at her. She's maybe 5'5", little round of stature, wearing a very pretty sundress though, and she slips something into the drink that's given to Marina. You see a few pills go into it, and it's handed over to Marina.
I will pause the footage at that point and then try to show it to everyone else and point out the woman in the sundress and say, "Who is this?"
Oh no, this is a Marina question.
I stare at it for a bit. Do I recognize the sundress? I wouldn't care
You
about the
did.
person.
Well, you do actually. Sundress is the secretary at Art. She basically just makes sure all the contracts go to the right place. You communicated with her a few times. You can't even remember her name fully. It's like Tiff or Sif, or it's like something very simple that ends with an IF. She likes to color her hair very often. Like the last time you saw her, she had purple hair. On this video, her hair is like blaze orange.
can't trust a girl who changes her hair color with the seasons. I always knew that.
More
All right.
importantly, she also colors her eyebrows when she colors her hair,
Oh,
which is
that's
just really
worse.
disconcerting.
I can't trust her at all. No wonder I can't remember her name. All right, it's this if girl. I knew I couldn't trust her. And I told her her dress was cute, bitch. All right. She's the secretary over at Art.
Yes.
So we should go talk to the people there maybe. Do we want to get the video at the bank first? See if we can get that and show
We've
them?
already
Kaylee's already got the
that.
video.
Yeah, we've
Oh,
already
from
got
the
that.
bank?
That's where,
Oh.
because that's what was across the street where
Yeah.
we saw you look at the camera with the funky eyes.
Oh, word. Okay. So yeah, then let's go to Art, I guess. That's the next stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, thank you so much for this. I'm gonna bake you. I'm gonna bake you muffins after this is over.
Very kind muffins, yes.
Friendship muffins.
I can handle this, yeah.
So Art is doing an installation tonight. It is a piece on history of the islands and native art. It's got a very low turnout. There just aren't enough vacationers here at this time of year for this to really pay off for them. So it's a slow night. People at the door recognize you, Marina. Your friend Kaylee at first, or no, actually, they look at you, Marina, in how you're dressed down. It's like, oh, is this a new statement? Are we doing performance art tonight?
I motion to Kaylee and myself, and I go, "Yes, we are the modern interpretation of the ignorance towards nature and the trash that piles up over time, and how we live amongst it. This is
Degradation of society's moral structure.
exactly yes.
Oh!
It's for
Yes.
yeah.
And the
it's
big
for her
pale guy
college
is
thesis.
just represents just ignorance, right?
Yes, absolutely. And the dog represents the purity of animals, no matter the state of the world. Because this dog truly is a good boy.
The dog sits and extends a paw to be shaken.
Oh, he's so cute. I shake it and I'm like loving the dog.
All right. They're like, yeah, go on in. There's not any tickets for this one. This is a charity. You can make a donation if you want over at the table, but otherwise, yeah, enjoy. The champagne is watered down tonight.
Set extra.
You're waved in. There are a few people, obviously tourists. They're just dressed completely wrong, just wrong, and they're going around oohing and eyeing, taking the video 3D pictures of everything as they're going on. There's a few bored-looking employees, just kind of moving them along, moving them through the gallery. And this particular piece here represents the war period we had between 2049 and drones on. So you guys are in, and the art lobby has been set up and segregated off into 16 kind of cubbyhole sections, and each section it's displaying some specific facet of the art and history of the island. There's maybe a dozen people in here that are not employees.
Is the secretary here?
You look around, and she is. She is filing her nails. She is at the information booth right now, just directing people in. And, of course, the charity box is out, and she's accepting donations.
Shall we employ violence for this one?
Not yet. Let's see if she'll squeal first.
As much as I love violence, I don't understand its application to the lady taking donations.
I go and I approach when there's no one else around.
Her
wait for the
face
right
lights
moment.
up as you come by. It's like, Marina, how do you like my dress tonight? So she has dyed her hair yet again to this kind of purple amethyst color, and she's got it in a little pixie bob. Her dress is It's a lavender that it just clashes with her new hair color, and it's very retro modern, where it's it's a lot of angles and lines and shows off way too much skin for a lady that's maybe 20 pounds overweight.
Mm. I compliment her hair and her dress and how well they match, and
Oh, and I like
I
your garbage bag aesthetics, and your friend here also seems to be.
yeah,
Huh.
it's an environmental piece.
Oh,
Your
hello.
hair reeks of bleach.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I do use a lot of bleach. You
So,
save when you buy it in gallons. Who's your friend, Marina? Tall,
my
Are you
friend.
pale
talking about
guy.
me? I am Ivan.
Hi. She stands up, and she is kind of cute in that pixie-ish kind of way.
Well, this is new for me. Hello, friend. How are you today?
I am doing exceptionally bad. This is really boring, but I think my night's looking up.
I am very entertaining in all the wrong ways. Let us step away from here and talk.
Well, I'm supposed to man this for another 2 hours, and she looks around. It's like,
I got
and
you. I got
like
you. I
there's
volunteer here all the
only
time.
there's a cred slot thing in the
Mm.
donation box, but there's a few actual paper money in there. No one has paper money anymore. There's like a few coins in there. She's like, I don't think we're gonna make a lot on this one. What did you say your name was again?
Me? I'm Ivan.
Ivan. Yeah, let's go over here and talk.
Yes.
I'll
let
watch
us
the
talk.
booth for you. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I watch the booth.
Can I run an exploit program on the chip reader so as to steal money digitally?
Ooh. We'll call this hacking on the fly. If you want to do that, go ahead and give me a mind plus any hacking skill that you have.
All right.
Can you make it so it looks like she took the money?
Oh,
As she's
absolutely.
setting this up, I'm like, can you do that? Can you like run a tracer to her?
Absolutely. Let's see. I've
Oh,
got
God.
5 mind and 5 with an expert die in exploit.
Okay,
So
so
I'm gonna make that
don't roll don't roll the expert die, but just tell me what you're setting it for.
7.
Okay. Yeah, but you got a pair of 9s, which just means you do it slowly, but you do it well.
Excellent.
Yeah. So you set up a skimmer basically, so it's going to skim any donations that are slotted in there into some offshore account of yours.
Oh yes, this is lovely.
If he
Lovely.
gets that bitch fired, even better.
So
Just give
yeah,
me like a handful of that cred later, and I'll get you a batch of cookies. I'll do the lemon ones you like.
so Ziff takes you back to the employee lounge area, where she gets a couple of soy coffees.
Wait,
They're so pompous. Soy.
This is
Ugh.
this is the employee lounge. They get crap. So they get soy coffee, soy
take
lattes.
what you can get. I'm not going to
Yeah.
complain.
She does pull out a small bottle of booze though, and kind of shakes
Now
it in
you're
front of
talking
you.
my language,
Yeah.
yes. So, what is up?
Well, not much actually. Like I said, I get off in 2 hours, and you got some interesting places you'd like to show me. That would be really interesting. But otherwise, there's nothing going on here. How did you meet Marina, by the way? She's kind of a stuck-up bitch.
Listen, I just met Marina, friend of friend. We're helping out because I don't know if you heard, but she is accused of the murder.
She actually goes a little white. She's murder. No.
No,
I've
the
been
one
away
lady-
I've been away from my pan all day. What's going on?
So the one lady, the other fashion lady, she was killed last night.
Which one?
I don't remember her name.
Actually, yeah. So Ivan would remember. It's like
Yeah,
Carolyn.
it is Carolyn. She's quite dead. I've seen the body. It
Did
is not
Marina
good.
do it?
That's what they're saying.
They've
but
had
it
a
is not
rivalry
true.
for years.
That is what I
You
am
know,
hearing.
I heard Marina say that next time that she heard any kind of lip from her, she was going to shank the bitch. I mean, that's what she said.
Well, things aren't looking good for Marina. No, indeed. So listen, after they went here and they did the thing, they went to the bar, whatever the name of the
Yeah,
bar
it
is.
was a fun night. You know, Marina made a
You were
complete
there.
ass of herself. She was dancing on the
That's true.
tables, and
We'll see. The thing is Coraline, whatever her name is. She left at like 12:30. Yes, and then Marina didn't leave till like 2. The problem is the murder happened between 1 and 2.
okay. So,
So she
like, they
can't be
really.
in 2 places at once.
Well, then she's fine, right?
Yes, but the police are being a little more aggressive than just she's fine.
Okay. I mean,
How do you feel about blood sports?
um, okay.
I mean, I could show you, like, if you wanted to go places, I could show you things, sites and stuff. But I got to tell you, I am kind of a skeezy dude. So I do a lot of, they've got cockfighting here on the island. And
Yeah,
I've
so
been backing
she's
this one chicken. His name's Little Jimmy.
she definitely has a look of disgust on her face. It's like, oh, okay, I'm not really into that sort of thing.
Listen, you said you liked me because I looked interesting and fun. I didn't say what kind of fun.
Well, yeah, but you know, interesting. I don't associate with people that have animal cruelty. I mean, but I should have known
It's
hanging out
legal
with
here.
Marina and all.
Yeah, I mean, she's
yeah, her friends like the lowest of the low, the lowest.
so. Speaking of her low friends, can you give me some names of her low friends so I can follow up and see if they can account for Marina's whereabouts?
Well, you know that moneylender down on Ninth works out of that tobacco shop.
Oh yes, I go there regularly.
Yeah, yeah. So I hear like he's a regular for Marina. Like,
Oh,
like she's skeezing herself out for like extra bucks or like extension loans or
that
something like
doesn't
that.
sound like Marina. Marina's very kind of, not the slumming kind.
You would
Maybe a
think
little
that. I mean,
stuck
that's the
up, but
image
not.
she likes to portray, but some of us know better.
Oh wow, I did not
Some
know
of
these
us went to
things.
high school in the same place she did, and some of us she forgot their names just all the time and like wouldn't let her sit in her little clique or would just
That is foul. Absolutely foul. Listen, I got to tell you, if I ever forget your name, it's because of brain trauma as a child. It leaves me inability to learn names easily. So it's not personal. I
so
fell
like
off a bridge.
yep. So she turns around and says, I need another coffee. You want one?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I
So
will text Ivan and just say, ask about fun drugs or pills.
I'll reply back. You got it.
she turns back with the coffees, hands you one, starts slurping hers down. She looks kind of mad at this point.
Okay, so if you don't like my kind of things, what kind of things are you interested in?
Hey, like the usual things, clubbing. I like clubbing, and of
Clubbing's
course I
okay.
like art. I wouldn't work at art if I didn't like art.
I mean, you have to, right?
And fashion, of course. Like you like my dress. I made this
Your
myself.
dress is
I want to
fantastic.
be a designer, but as people like Marina just keep me down.
They piss on everyone. They take a thing that should be made for the people and they turn it into this high society thing that cannot be accessed by your everyday working man.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
like people
She
like you
spikes your
who have,
coffee again with some alcohol.
yeah, there we go. People like you who have a love for this thing, who try to make things that are lovely and made for people, everyday people. You can't do it because it's all like, way up there, fine, high stuff. So if we were to go clubbing tonight, what kind of fun drugs could we take?
Oh, so many psychedelics. I got this new Mambo I'm seeing who gives me some of the coolest stuff. I mean, it's like
Really?
really mind expanding. You really get in touch with yourself. I mean,
Okay.
I wake up in the morning, I pop a couple of these tabs he's given me, and it's like I just know what hair color I should be that day. It
That is
speaks to
super
me.
cool. Last time I took psychedelics, I accidentally summoned the fire elemental and burned down the bowling alley.
Oh, you do magic.
Of course I do magic. Look, you don't look like me without doing some magic.
Okay. I mean,
Do you want to?
to
You
be
want to
honest,
prank?
you look like some. I know a lot of leg breakers that look like you, and they don't really do magic. Well, some of them do a certain kind of magic, but
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, blushing I am. Do you want to play prank on Marina?
Oh, I think I already have.
What do you mean? That sounds interesting, and now I have to know.
All right, now I need a roll.
Yes.
So yeah, you're chatting her up. You've been pretty fairly nice to her. Go ahead and do an empathy because that seems to be what you're playing on. And then what
Okay.
skill do you have that would help you in this?
Under empathy, the only empathy skill I have is magic.
Okay.
So-
Do you have anything under command?
Command, I have intimidate.
That's not going to work. So
Yeah,
okay,
it's not
yeah,
gonna work. I can just give you empathy. It's
Yep.
a 5 for me.
pair of
Two.
twos. Okay. Yeah. So this takes a while.
Yeah.
I mean, she's going from being mad at you for being friends with Marina to you just kind of coaxing out of her that yeah she does recreational drugs, and she tells you that yeah she got some pills. They're supposed to be like a special mushroom extract, and
Okay.
you give it to people you really don't like, and it causes them to black out and hallucinate.
Okay. That sounds so fun. Can I have some of that? I'll pay you.
Oh, you already have.
You've been spiking me with the blackout mushrooms. You're quite naughty. I enjoy it greatly.
Well, at first I was just trying to get back at Marina, but you seem pretty interesting.
So you only brought me back here to get back at Marina.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's kind of a bitch, and
So you thought her and I were a thing and you were trying to steal her man.
yeah.
You know, I've burnt down entire buildings for less than that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You'd burn down a building for me.
Yes, why don't we start now?
So, back in the other area, Kaylee, it does take you some time to get everything hooked up, but yeah, there are a few people that come by and make donations to the Kaylee Fund now.
Yeah, at that point, I'm gonna if there are like people standing somewhere, I'm gonna just kind of move to their side and then stare at them creepily and try to sort of intimidate them closer and closer towards the charity box.
When they do show up, I'm gonna chat them up
Yep.
and I'll roll manipulate to try and coax as much donation as possible.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's manipulate is 3 dice.
Mhm. And then whatever you have under either command or empathy, either one for some
I'll
kind
do
of.
empathy.
Okay.
So 7.
All right. What skill and empathy did you have?
Manipulate.
Okay, perfect. Go for it.
Okay, so 7. Boop boop. There we go.
Ooh,
2
pair of eights.
matches.
Yeah, low success, so you don't get too many, but the ones that you do get to donate a lot. Do you name drop who you are? They're like I can't place you, but I remember an enchanting dress. Previous
I'm
evening soiree.
I'm part of the exhibits. I'm not allowed to, ruin the magic by saying who I am. I just know that I work amongst the art industry very closely, but under the surface.
I see. And
You can call me the Trash Witch.
who is the creepy little girl over there?
That's my partner in this exhibit who's doing a thesis on the environmental impact on the world.
I see. I see. So yeah, this goes on. You bilk a few wealthy patrons out of their hard-earned creds. So Ivan, yeah. So,
Yeah.
what do you do? She's like, yeah. So got another hour and a half, and I'm off. If you want to hit the town, I mean, it'll be a really great evening. You probably won't remember some of it, but it'll be a great evening.
That's fantastic. So the mushroom stuff you're spiking me with, it's in that flask?
Oh, it's in the coffee. Here, and she actually pulls out a little. It's a little leather bag, and she pulls out these glycerin capsules that have like little, ground up something in them. Yeah, my mambo gave it to me. It's like it's really cool recreationally. I mean, I've taken some myself because it's a really cool trip.
Super cool.
You lose a little bit of time, but
Yeah.
it's yeah.
So, do you have security cameras here in the museum?
Well, of course.
Do
Yeah.
they go anywhere? Or do you record them locally?
I have no idea. I don't do security.
Okay, that's fair. That's very fair.
I know we got an off-site guy that just logs in. I mean, so it's all wireless, I guess. I mean, we've
Okay.
got state-of-the-art net here. I mean,
State of the art net. That is good to know. That is very good to know. It almost makes me feel bad for about to do what I'm going to do.
Oh, is this
I
where you're
mean-
going to burn down a building?
Yes, I am. Here, let me show you. You go stand in that corner over there.
She does.
I cast fireball.
On her?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
She drugged me. She deserves this.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. Roll them.
So what do you need for this?
so-
My fireball is rank 6.
Mm-hmm.
And is it my magic ability?
Nope, it's
My
just the points that you put into the power. So
Just the points?
how many
Okay.
how many dice do you have in it?
6.
Are there any
Just
special
flat.
dice?
Nope, just flat.
All right, just roll them out. Okay, so it's a success. A 3. Give me just a second here. Oh, is this the one that does an area as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
That's
it
20
actually
foot
it's
radius.
there's a lot of flame and fire, and it catches her hair on fire because it's got so much chemical in it, and
Mhm.
her eyebrows too. And she goes screaming down the hallway. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does set the fire alarms off.
Okay.
And
Time
so
for me
out
to
front,
leave.
you guys hear the alarms go off, the sprinklers go off. All the dozen people that are in here go screaming for the exits, yelling fire, because there actually is smoke coming out of the employee lounge.
Is everybody out before Ziff shows up?
Oh no,
and
Ziff
runs out?
Ziff is not showing up. She ran into the employee restroom to try and put her fire out on her head and her eyebrows.
So that all happens. I go to look for Ivan. I'm like, Kaylee, come on, Kaylee, we gotta go.
Follow
find
the
Ivan."
smoke.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we start heading the direction they went before.
Hmm.
Hey, it's you two. Good to see you. Listen, Kaylee, I need you to. They got state of the art surveillance stuff network here. I need you to hack in and delete all of our footage because I'm about to do a murder. Now, if you excuse me, I need to go to the restroom.
Wait. Murder. Hold on. What are you talking
Yes.
about?
I'm doing my best impersonation of you last night.
Wait, why? What happened?
Oh, she drugged me.
She drugged you.
Yes,
Wait, why?
because she was
Now,
getting back
where
at
are
you.
the cameras? I
Getting
need
back at
access to a
me?
camera.
Yep, there are
Yeah.
cameras. There's cameras in the corners here.
I'll point her out to a camera.
Yep.
and,
Actually,
I'll be like,
Jake, I'm sorry. So Captain in the chat did point out something. You could kind of face your pan and use the camera on your pan connected to it to see.
Ah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Just got like a half-second delay on everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's something that a tourist would do in an art gallery anyway. Just
Yep.
Oh.
Now,
so
Listen,
you're
you
gonna go
two.
kill her?
Yeah, I'm going to. But listen, I'm
Wait.
going to get really weird here soon, and then I'm going to black out. So I need you all to buddy me and get me back home.
I'll come with you, but you're gonna kill her?
I've already lit her on fire. Listen, it's too late to go back now.
Let me kill her. Let me kill her.
Fine, taking all my fun. Listen, you went to high school with her. That's why she doesn't like you.
I did?
Yeah, you don't remember her, and that's why she doesn't like you.
Wait, what was her name again?
Like, I don't know.
All right, let's go. I get my pistol out.
Oh
I'm
my
just
gosh.
I'm
All right,
heading to
so
the bathroom.
You head back to the ladies' room, and to quickly put the fire out, she's actually dunked her head in the toilet. You can hear her sobbing.
don't-
She's got burns on her
shoot
neck
her.
and her face as she looks up. It's like, that's not what I call fun. You're not a nice
Oh.
guy.
I tried to warn you so much. I did. I really did. And you still drugged me. I'm so sorry. Listen, you should not shoot her, Marina.
Hey,
I'm thinking.
Ivan.
Yes.
Ivan, have you ever heard of a swirly?
I mean, yes, but that's not lethal.
All right. You hold her head under.
God, no, I am not the
We're
physical
getting
kind of person.
answers.
What kind of answers do we need? I have the mushrooms that she drugged
I
you with
point the
yesterday.
gun at her. Oh, she drugged me too? I point
Yes.
the gun at her. I go, why'd you drug me?
Because you're a bitch.
Yeah, I'll show you how much of a bitch I had. Pistol whip her.
Oh, jeez. So I'm not gonna have you
Creating
roll
so
this
much
out. You
physical
just,
evidence.
yeah, you guys just beat the hell out of her. Do you leave her dead or not? That's really the
No,
question here.
I'm just leaving her within an inch of her life, I feel.
So this
I
has
even
suddenly
have
became a
second thoughts.
Tarantino movie, and
I flush the toilet with her head in it and leave her unconscious.
there's some 80s music playing in the background, and all you hear is screamings and the sound of breaking porcelain.
Yeah. Come on, Eileen. I slam the toilet seat down on her and walk
Oh
out.
God.
Kaylee, what are you doing?
I guess I'll just walk right up to one of the cameras. I mean, what are they gonna do? Say, oh, hey, a ghoulish-looking figure, dick with the cameras. Yeah. And then I'll go back to my lair, and that'll be that. So I'm just gonna go right up to one of the cameras and see if I can't hook up my pan right up to it.
Yeah, well, it's definitely it's Wi-Fi, so the servers aren't in this building. But if you wanna do a hack for me, you can get into the database and do all kinds of fun stuff with it.
All right. What was the base skill again?
The base skill is going to be mind, and then whatever skill that you have
Mind.
for hacking. Do you have a particular skill?
Yeah, exploit would be just
Exploit,
a standard.
yeah.
Get into the system. I do have. Do I not? Where did I? Okay. Yes, and I have an expert one in that, so I'm gonna pick 7 again. Roll my 9. And
3
oh boy,
eights.
so that's 5, 7, and a 3 8.
Okay, so the 3 8s is really good. It's a very high quality success, but it takes you a little while. Width is only 1, and width tells me time units. So it takes you, a good, 10, 15 minutes or so. But you're able to track where the server is, and you make yourself an account. You can basically log in anytime you want. It's a very simple server. It just collects camera images and stores them on a file, timestamps them. So it's easy enough to go back and just erase like the last hour of video recordings if you wanted to.
Well, that's handy because that's also when I hacked into the charity box too.
There you go. Yep. It's a very simple service. You actually know the service, and that's what they are. They're just a security service that logs security cams. You figure there must be also a call box here somewhere that would call paid security, so not like police. The police here you found to be not so responsive, but they probably have paid security. Okay, so Ivan, what were you saying?
After she leaves her unconscious in the bathroom, as I'm walking out of the bathroom, I'll go turn around and just cast fireball in there.
All right. Now you guys hear fire trucks as you're coming out. Fire trucks in the street. You've just destroyed the bathroom and a body.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
Leaves the
Listen.
evidence, no body left, and they see that she took all the money, so they'll think she fled town. That
Now
works
listen,
out.
Marina, if we're investigating a murder, usually the point is to not make more murders during the thing. So I need you to step up your game on not murdering people just a little
You
bit.
murdered her!
I don't remember
You
that.
just murdered her! I left her
Listen.
alive! I had it set up for her to go to jail for stealing all the money we just took. So I could
Wow.
bake you more cookies.
Well, what is this saying? Like the rooster is left the coop or some shit like that. I don't
That's
know.
it. I'm making you bran muffins now.
Listen, it's
You're
not
going
my
on a
fault.
diet.
I've been drugged. We should get somewhere safe. So when I start
Oh shit,
tripping
you've
the
been
balls.
drugged. Oh shit,
Yes,
let's get back
we've
to the
already covered
base.
that.
Let's get back.
We need fire extinguishers too.
No, we're just leaving. The fire trucks are on the way.
No, and not from here. We're just on the way back to the place we're staying. We should get fire extinguishers because I got to tell you, once I start tripping balls, the fire is coming out.
Oh shit. All right, all right. So I gather up Kaylee and hey, did you make sure to leave the trail that it went to Ziff's account?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, perfect. All
Or
right,
at
let's get
least
out of here.
it's an account that has Ziff's name on it.
That's fine. Let's make like a tree and blow this popsicle stand.
All right, so you head back to your bungalow around the time that Ivan starts tripping. Ivan, go ahead and make me a body check. And if you've got any kind of skill that makes you less susceptible to poisons, you can add it in there.
No, I'll tell you what. I've got 1 point in body and no body skills.
So automatically fail.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so after you get there, just as Ivan, you really start like, yeah, the colors are amazing. You hear like the soundtrack of your favorite bands in your head. Just an amazing experience. And as you were wont to do, the fire comes out,
As it does.
as it does. Are you guys babysitting while this is going on? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very used to
Yeah,
tripping
we at
friends
least
in the
gotta-
club scene, so
We at least got to keep the police away from him.
I get a weighted blanket for him. I make some popcorn.
He is high as a kite for a little bit over an hour and a half before he crashes hard, and he just goes into like a comatose slumber.
Well, that explains the crash I had that night.
Okay.
He's not gonna feel good when he wakes up. Or maybe that was the alcohol. Nah, alcohol can't hurt you.
Okay. So if you watch the rest of the night, come late in the morning, Ivan, you wake up, you feel a little just your head is thick, your mouth feels like, someone shat in there. But you feel good otherwise, like you feel like you got some good rest.
Yeah.
And as this is happening, this is late in the morning, you guys hear a knock on the door.
Oh, no. I'll go answer it.
Okay. There is a police detective standing there. You saw him in the precinct. Don't know what his name is. He doesn't have his badge on. He's got a low slouch hat, and he's got, he looks like a reject out of an 80s cop show. And 4 armored SWAT personnel behind him. And he comes up and he's smoking an old style cigarette, hand rolled actual tobacco. And he looks you up and down, and he turns to the SWAT guys and says, "Hey, why don't you go get some coffee?" Yes, sir.
Right? They don't-
No, the
okay.
SWAT guys.
Yeah.
And they take off, leaving him at the door. He pulls out another cigarette, offers you one. Smoke?
Oh, absolutely, friends.
Yeah, he lights yours, lights his, and says, "So, you gonna invite me in, or are we gonna have a conversation outside?"
Hey, come on in. It's fine. Come, we'll have a seat.
He takes his hat off as he comes in, showing he's got a little bald patch going on. He's one of the natives of Antigua. He's got like this almost like teakwood, complexion to his skin. Hard to tell his age. Could be anything from 30 to 60.
Mhm.
Kind of moves around slowly though, like he's got a problem in one of his legs. He takes a seat down and says, "So," pulls out his pan. "Ivan, no last name."
That's correct.
Yeah. Your other friends here?
Yeah. Yes.
Would you mind calling them in? Look, I just want to have a simple discussion. Not arresting anybody, not accusing anyone of anything, but I don't want to get shot in the back.
I can respect that. Kaylee, Marina, come on in here. We'll have a talk. You'll have to excuse it. Our other 2 friends, they're
Do I smell fire?
things get out of hand here. You know how it goes.
All right, you guys come
Other
out.
2 friends, yes, they're suffering from the Montezuma revenge, so they're super glued to toilets. They can't
You
get
know,
tired.
everybody remembers not to drink the local water, but I bet they forgot to not brush your teeth with the water from the sink, didn't
That
they?
is
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That is true. Or you
It
take the
gets them every
shower and you
time.
let it run in your mouth. Yeah, and it's
Every time
you
it
have to
happens.
take precautions.
He stands up. Marina. He looks through his notes. Kaylee?
Very.
That name may or may not be accurate.
Well, would you mind if I called you Kaylee just so that we have a productive conversation today?
That would do, so long as you do your laundry when you get home tonight.
Yeah. I think I'm going to smell more like smoke than I usually do. Look, here, you got a nice wall over here. He uses his pan to project an image on the wall. What you're seeing looks like security footage from the bank that was across from the murder the other night.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows Ivan casting fireballs at a back wall, going into the bank, switches to the inside cameras, and shows Ivan breaking into a bank vault, stealing a couple of the personal lock boxes. And he looks up at the camera right before he leaves. Gives you again that grin, and you see the silvery eyes. But it's obviously Ivan. There's no mistaking that that's Ivan.
Oh,
When did that happen?
that's
Last night, around.
He was here.
I know he was here because we've had this bungalow under surveillance for the last 24 hours.
Yeah, I figured. There was a bad taxi outside. It was very obvious.
well. This opens up some things for us too, because that also means that Marina here, her alibi stands that she was at the bar, even though we have footage in the very much same way with the same dead eyes, the same grin.
Yeah. This is sort of a courtesy call. I'm Detective Parsons, by the way.
Good to meet you. You know my name, but yes,
So look, this is kind of a courtesy. I know you didn't do it. I know Marina didn't do it. At least logic says that she didn't do it. Chief of police, however, this is an election year, and this is two very
examples must be
high-profile
made,
cases, and he wants a conviction fast. You two are caught on video committing pretty serious crimes.
Yeah.
So I don't suppose you have access to a good, high-priced lawyer. I mean, I know there aren't any decent ones on this island.
No.
Okay. How about any idea as to what's actually going on?
So our current working hypothesis is this is some kind of magical glamour. The impressive thing is the fact that they're able to replicate my fire magic. That's cool. But I guess if they're already a magician disguising themselves as someone else, it's not that far out of the realm of possibilities.
Yeah. So here's the problem with this, Ivan. And why, unless you can come up with a good attorney or can solve this case, he puts out a lab report in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you left behind a little DNA breaking into the bank last night. They got a little blood.
It actually matches.
Got a little skin. From what we have on file, well, my guys came in while you were out. We got some DNA. We checked out your bungalow. It matches, Ivan. It matches.
That is next level impressive. The fact that they can replicate my DNA. So we know that it wasn't me that actually did it because you have proof that I was here all night, and my friends here had confirmation that I was here all night. We also have video evidence that it wasn't Marina from the night before. So it sounds like we need to do some sleuthing and we need to find the actual person responsible. That way, your police chief will have conviction for these horrible crimes and then conviction for someone stealing faces committing horrible crimes.
Yes. So that's my problem, Ivan. I can probably put off my commissioner for maybe 72 hours. That's
Okay.
outside baseball. It's 72 hours. So unless you want to leave our sunny island and disappear, whatever you can do to try and help me solve this, the better.
We can do that. We will be open door of communication with you for any leads that we find. I think our first step is going to be go investigate the location of the bank, see if there's any kind of astral residue left by whatever caused this. Do you have mages that work for your force?
Well, we've called in to mainland, get one sent over. We don't have a forensic mage on staff. We borrow one when we need it.
I feel better knowing they're not tied to your commissioner directly.
As far as the bank, I'm afraid, given that it's a bank, yeah, it's been cordoned off. I can't officially lead you down there. That would look pretty bad. But if you
No, I
find a
don't
way
need
in
to.
yourselves, I may be able to make sure the security's a little lax around a certain time this evening.
That sounds like a good plan. Yes, why don't we go at midnight?
Midnight, right?
And then we'll slip in how we slip in and we'll take a look around.
Expertly.
Well, you do that. Like I said, that's about the limit of the time I'm going to be able to get you. The next official you see will probably have a warrant for your arrest. You
Okay.
and Marina's. I hate it, but hey,
You got to play with the hand you're dealt, right?
that's what the force is like on this island.
I'll tell you what, let us exchange the pan information.
He says, "Here, this is my private one, not the one that they keep tabs on me with the force for. So here you go."
Okay. As soon as we find things, I'll let you know.
And I'll try to give you some warning if they get those warrants to go through.
Cool. Sounds like a good deal.
Picks up his hat. Ladies, puts it back on. He rustles through his pocket. He gets an old-fashioned business card, and he slowly, so that it's not startling, touches your hand, turns it palm up, Kaylee, and lays the card in your hand. He says, "Yeah, it's in Braille. I've met a few people with your condition. There's a good Hogan here on the island that might be able to make matters a little better for you."
That's good to know.
That is good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you'll be able to get some food now.
He takes a sniff of his jacket. He's like, "Yeah, definitely gonna have to get this dry cleaned."
That's my bad.
Tips the hat. And yes, Ivan, in fact, you can't remember much after you got back to the bungalow last night. Like, it's all just a blank.
It's gone. Okay. I think the first thing I want to do with that is, he gave us a rough idea of where that bank is at, right?
It is the bank that you guys stole the video from.
Okay, it is the bank. Cool. I think I would astral and pop over there.
Okay.
Take a
While
gander.
he's doing that, I'm gonna go talk to my contact. I'm gonna go see him in person and try to schedule within less than 72 hours secret passage off the island.
Who's your contact?
Was it the big art gallery dude?
Right. So you
So-
call, or you try to call the pan, and it's busy. It's busy. You end up leaving a message, and there's a message on his machine basically saying that there was a tragic fire at Art last night, and our employee of the month, Ziff, was caught in the bathroom when something exploded in the pipes. They're closing Art down for the day to get everything cleaned up. There will be a funeral and a service for Ziff the following day.
All right, I'll make a note to go to that. I also write down her name. All right. we're gonna have to do the waterworks later.
So, but you're not able to get a hold of your contact because, again, art
Mhm.
installation is, yeah, they're
Alright,
having some
I'll
problems.
probably see him at the funeral tomorrow then.
Mm-hmm. Kaylee,
So,
you doing anything?
Mm, I think I'll investigate more about this card. Actually, I'll
All
just
right.
do a search on the internet, the
Sure.
cybernet.
There's a
cybernet?
PAN number on the card.
No.
And again, the card he handed you was actually in Braille. You find out that there actually is a community of virus exposed here of ghouls. There's a small community. They're all being cared for by Doctor. Looking it up. Give me a second.
Not Moreau, is it?
No.
Thank God.
They are on an island.
Indeed.
It's Dr. Xylon.
Well, that sounds even worse, honestly.
XYLON. Yes, apparently he has a retreat that is treating people that have the virus that are experiencing ghoulism. And you look it up, he's got actually some very good scientific papers showing that he's not able to cure it, but he's able to regress some of the symptoms, allowing those that are heavily infected to more able to be part of society. They're not as affected by sunlight. Some of them are able to have implants done to get their sight back, things like that. But there's all kinds of papers that he's done. He's apparently been working in this field for the last 20 years. Digging a little bit further, his daughter came down with ghoulism and is why he got into it as a field.
Hmm. Well, that might be worth investigating at some point.
He's got a compound on the island. It's actually a small island just off the island. It's a private compound. Okay, what's
Okay.
everyone else doing?
Dr. Zyla.
Yeah, mine will be astral projecting over to the bank. And
Okay.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna hang out. I'm gonna make cookies for Kaylee while she's working.
Okay.
Just
Your
I don't know what
your
else to
pan
do.
blows up with everybody from Art calling you, asking if you heard what happened. Some people remember seeing you there last night. They're like, "Oh my gosh, did you get out in time? Did you see the
Did.
fire?" All this
I
stuff going
saw
on.
the smoke and I got out. Like, I made sure everyone else got out first. I wanted to do what I had to do as someone who cares about the community.
Tell them to donate to the charity box to help
Just,
rebuild.
just make sure if any donations to the charity box to help with this disaster.
It's like, "Oh my gosh, did you hear? Ziff died in the fire. It was some kind of explosion in the
God.
bathroom, and they found out like she was skimming money from the donation boxes."
Oh,
And
no way. I went to high school with her.
I know nobody wanted to say it or anything because we all worked together, but boy, she hated you. She hated you. Here,
Oh
check
my
out this
God.
site. Like, she made this hate site for you. It
She
like shows
made
all
it?
of the most unflattering pictures that was ever taken of you.
Oh my God. I always thought she was so sweet. I always thought her hair and her dress looked so nice. Ugh, this is so terrible. I don't know. I'm beside myself. Do I go to the funeral now knowing this? Like, what should I do?
I think Marina always publicly lies, so this comes off easily enough. Ivan, so there are still a few police cars that are around the bank. The bank, of course, is closed down because they've got a big hole in the side of the bank. They've already got some construction crews out trying to do repairs. Go ahead.
do I need to leave the bungalow to do this?
Your body doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, that was my question. Yeah. So
Yep.
yeah. I'll-
So yeah, you're astral. While you're there astrally, give me a sense, and then if you've got any kind of magical skill, you can add that to your sense
I
attribute.
do. So what's the difference? So I've got magic as a skill.
Yep.
And then I've got my expert mage. Is that just my profession?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, magic, and you said sense, so that'll be
Yes.
5 die.
Boom. Oh, that's Jake's roll. Oh,
There we go.
a pair of
What?
8s.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you want the higher number as opposed to the.
Okay.
So yeah, 2 8s. All right. So when you get there, there is some magical residue around.
Okay.
You actually see that there are some summoned spirits that are kind of still in the area. These are actually free roaming spirits. They're just attracted to the area and are just kind of hanging out, much
Yeah.
like you are, just kind of doing the looky-loo thing. One of them is a spirit of air. Air is associated with intelligence. It is actually going back and forth through the police line, looking around inside. It looks like it's almost like a bloodhound in the form of air, like swirling leaves, dirt, that sort of thing. And just poking around. It sees you as you see it.
Hey, hello, friend.
Yeah, it doesn't really respond.
So what have you found?
Just kind of looks at you. You want to try and take control of it?
Yes. How do I do that?
All right. Did you take any specialty with summoning or elementals at all?
No, I just took the basic or the wide skill.
Yeah, so it would fall
Oh.
under your craft if you want to take your mage background. So do mind plus that,
Okay, cool.
and I am going to roll as well.
Where's mine? Mine is 3. And magic
I got
6.
nothing.
I'll roll 6.
I got nothing.
Okay.
Oof. Okay. Well, the good news is you succeed. It got no successes at all, so it can't diminish that. Rank 6 is pretty good. However, you got 4 dice that did not accumulate anywhere. So mark down 4 stun.
Okay.
It can go into any body part that'll take it. Chest and head was where you should probably start, but 4 boxes. But you are able to control it. You can basically make it do one task. And Captain has given us a reroll.
Okay.
So what do you want? What do you want it to do? So after it performs a task, it's free. So perform one task.
My first thought would be take me to who did this.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's too broad.
So the dog, elemental dog, starts bloodhounding around again, and then it seems to catch scent, and it starts going. It starts going off into the forest.
I'll follow.
Jungle, really. So you're going to follow it astrally. So the problem with astral and growing things,
It's hard to pass
it's
through.
hard to pass through. So you actually are having to duck and weave through this massive forest, but it's leading you out into a swampy section of the island. It moves as fast as you do because it essentially is an astral projection as well. And you see this one-room hut high up on stilts. There's swampy water below it. You can see the breaching heads of some kind of swamp creatures. You know, you're not sure if that's an alligator or something worse.
Okay.
But it leads you to this like hut freestanding, and the hut has a mystical barrier around it.
Okay.
So it's led you here, and which frees it, and it leaves.
All right. Yeah, maybe I'll just kind of take the sights in because I can't get close because of the barrier, but I can still kind of visually.
You can figure out
inspect.
where it is. Like you can jet up in your astral form, looking above the island to kind of get
a
your
lay of it,
bearings. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Then once that's done, I'll pop back to my body.
Okay. So you're not gone that long. Astral travel's very quick. Maybe 20 minutes later, you come to. Marina's on the phone saying, "Yeah, I loved her."
Well, everyone, I found out where the person is.
Oh, that's good news.
Where?
Well, it's in the swamp, surrounded by what I hope is, like alligator crocodile things, very powerfully warded against the magics. We need us one of them boats with a big fan on the back and lots of machine guns.
A pond skipper?
Yeah, whatever you call. So what have the two of you been doing while I've been solving this case single-handedly?
Damage control for the murder you committed.
I didn't commit any murder. I blame that on my lack of memory.
This
It
is
was
May.
doing crucial research to the cracking of this case, but unfortunately, I've gone nowhere.
Did you follow up on that thing with the thing where they said they can help people with you, like you?
Oh no, I was too busy with this thing.
Okay. Because I've heard of this kind of thing before in the old country where they take communities of ghouls and like hide them, like set up deals with local like crematoriums and just toss them the bodies and say they burnt them.
Oh, that. Ooh. Ooh, I like that.
Anyway, what next?
Well, there's a funeral tomorrow that we could make an appearance at.
Yes, let's
Um,
the people who do the murdering show up at funeral for the murdered.
Well, I thought we could talk to my contact while there and get passage off the island as a failsafe. But
It's not terrible.
That's a good idea.
I mean, listen, we could just hop on and go out to this hut, but I feel really sketchy about doing it without Gantu.
Yes, we need guns.
maybe we should wait until they get over their sickness and then go. Maybe tomorrow they'll feel better.
Sure, then what do we do today? We can't just sit here. I've investigated the yes, the location of the murder, and I was led to the place where the person's hiding.
Do we want to check out the lead with the bodies for
What?
Kaylee?
Kaylee,
The guy that Kaylee can see. Do we want to do that today?
we could.
I suppose I could go do that.
We could also check out local folklore to see what kind of creatures might be in the area that could cause that kind of face shifting, stealing, swamp living kind of thing.
And if the ghoul people have extra bodies lying around, then that might make for some nice bait to keep the swamp monsters at
I
bay.
see that wink with the bait.
I mean,
I can't wink, but yes, also for me.
if you need knowledge about the spirits, I'm actually a shaman.
It's like, what?
I thought you just did the fashion. This is news for everyone.
Listen, summoning spirits kind of attracts unwanted attention, and the art thing is kind of a disguise. So, yeah, I mean, so I could summon. I know a spirit that can tell us about other spirits. I mean, it's like the Ansari, the spider spirit. Could I summon him?
You can
Yeah.
try to.
How does summoning work?
So you're gonna try and summon a spider spirit in Nancy. Okay, so you have the spell. How many dice do you have in it, and are there any specialty dice?
For useful, I have a trump dice and 3 regular.
Okay, so what do you want the trump dice to be? Oh, you can choose
I
afterward.
choose that
Never mind.
after, right?
Yeah, and so how many regular?
Oh,
3
I
regular.
got 3 regular, so I got a 1, a 6, and a 7, and
You could turn the trump dice into a 7,
yeah, let's
which
do that.
makes it a width of 1, but a power of 2. So you summon it. You have one task you can ask it for, and it's basically got a difficulty of a 7. So it's fairly powerful. 7 out of 10. So what do you summon? What does it look like? An Anansi spirit is a spider of some sort.
Yeah, he's a spider. He has like books and scrolls and all that. He just has all these things. He's very creepy looking, but he's like this old man on a spider body, kind of like a Drider, I would assume.
Also, you got two dice that are not part of a set, so you're going to take 2 stun. Don't worry about it. Ivan and you are both going to have enough time to just hand wave it, so it's no big deal.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna ask him if there's spirits that can, or like, what do you need to know? Spirits of what? Just all the different
Uh,
types of spirits, or?
Yes, what kind of creatures in the area that would fit the crazy shit that we're seeing?
Spirits that can disguise their form as someone else.
Okay.
Physically.
So this,
Physically, like DNA and everything.
sure. So this, let's go ahead and roll it. Let's see if this particular spirit knows. So it's going to have 7 dice. Oops. Yes, 2 sets with an 8. So you want to know about all the creatures that can assume another shape or another shape, right?
Hmm.
So there's like easily a dozen that the spider spirit names off, and he does it with he's weaving the scroll as he's reading off the list, and he's got a little monocle perched on one of his eyes, one of his many eyes as he's reading it off.
I
And
love him.
you're just saying that doesn't fit, that doesn't fit, that doesn't fit, until he comes to something called a hollow man. So it takes a mamba, someone who is essentially a spirit mage, to create a clay man, a clay shell, which is inhabited by the essence of someone else. And
Okay.
whatever that essence is introduced into the clay man, the hollow man, it has all the attributes of, can do everything the originals can, but it's under the complete control of the mamba.
Oh. Alright, so I pass that information on. So
Okay.
it could only do 1 action a turn.
You only get one thing you could do with the
'Cause
one
it's the one
command.
that's summoned till the end of scene.
Yeah, but it takes basically it takes the scene to do it.
Okay,
Your
okay.
width tells you how many things you could ask from
I see. Okay.
it. So
Alright.
you're only able to ask the one thing.
Okay. So then I dismiss it then, I guess, after that.
Does a little formal bow, goes away.
I think alright. So yeah, we know that much now. Um a mamba. Do I know about a mamba with my knowledge of spiritual stuff?
You've been here long enough. There are the Caribbean League here. There are a lot of Udon practicers on the island. You may know one that if your character is a partier, you probably have one that's a drug connection that gets you natural herbs.
Yeah, do I know one?
Did you buy any contacts as a thing?
I have the art director.
He's the only one. So you don't know anyone friendly enough to have the contacts on, but you know a name. Like you know a
Okay.
shop.
Papa Ligma. No. Alright, so I know of a shop and I just say we want to go check the shop out.
Yes, let us do the thing.
Alright. I'll lead the way, I guess.
Okay. This is a shop in the downtown area, kind of where the murder happened. This whole bunch of little shops here. This is a little 1-story building, and it says Kentucky Fried on the outside. And yes, like they stole the old art images from like a KFC.
Okay. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's say, if you know this place, this is your little rodeo. Let's go in and talk. Or
Okay.
start the fire.
Yeah,
I walk
We find
in.
out what to light on fire, then we light it on fire.
you walk in, and there's a lady that greets you, and she's wearing this like stunningly white Colonel Sanders suit, bow tie. She has a cane, and she's like, "Welcome to Kentucky. How can I fry you gentlemen today?"
Well,
And ladies.
we are looking for information.
Oh, I'm afraid you have me confused. I sell recreational drugs.
Yes. Have you sold? Uh, Ivan, show her the tablet.
Ah, yes, these the mushrooms to make you go see things and then lose chunks of time.
It's not something we sell here. I mean, you can ask Kin, but no, it's not something we sell here.
Who can we ask?
Kin, Tucky, over there. Proprietor. I'm sorry. She walks over and she pounds a cane on the ground, and this guy just comes up from behind the sales register. He looks like Colonel Sanders, like dark complexion, but he's got like this shocking white hair, beard. He's got the bifocals on. He's elderly.
I love
He's
that.
also wearing this beautiful white suit. What? 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 He looks very confused. It's like, hey, psst, Dad. He's like, oh yeah. Hello, gentlemen. Pauses, gives you a
Hi.
big white smile, this just pearly teeth in his mouth. How may we recreate you today?
These things here, the pills.
He looks at him. He breaks the capsule open. He's like, oh, these aren't mine, but I might have something like it. Taste it a little bit. Psychedelic mushrooms. Little something extra in there.
And you're very good at this. You're like chef.
Oh, I've been doing this a very long time. So, what were you looking for? Kind of like a body high, more of a spiritual thing? How long do you want it to last for? I don't know what that. It's got a little something in it. I'm not familiar with, but I can make
Okay.
I can make something close.
Okay. Yes, we're definitely buying something, but two, we need to be able to find who made this.
Oh, this is homemade. This is not something that comes in a pill bottle or anything.
Thoughts? I mean, well, first, I would like something for a good body high, something to relax at the end of the day.
Okay, we only do naturals here, but I got something. I got the thing for you. You want to eat it? You want to smoke it? You want to snort it?
Nice.
I got
nice.
slap patches too. If you want to go the newfangled route.
I don't want to go newfangled around. That sounds like a bad idea. Listen, you can't. I understand your need to provide that, but something like this, you need to take it in the way it's meant to be taken in. I'll take a smokable.
Oh yeah. He pulls you out some different things. It's like, okay, this one has got a really nice body high. This one, he just goes over it all, and
Okay.
he puts some things out for you to sample. All of this, of course, is legal here. You just have to sign this waiver saying you understand that I've told you that there are sometimes unfortunate side effects. Mostly it makes you hungry.
Okay.
Hey, you got a sour D?
That's a commercial brand.
You got generic?
Well, I got my own version, sure.
All right, if it's yours, absolutely.
All right, yeah, so price is high because he sells to all the visitors here, people with money. They come to want to, slum it.
Don't
Yeah.
you know who I am?
Yeah, I mean, I sold you the stuff that you made your dress with the other night. I mean,
Yeah.
of course I do. I know who you are. I mean, I'm old, but I'm not. Oh yeah, I do forget.
You're giving me tourist pricing.
Well, aren't you
Think
like
of
all
the business
famous?
I sponsored you.
You sponsor
That's
me.
true. You are famous. You can afford. Listen, don't hustle his hustle for trying to make some coins.
Look, I do a good business here, but Kentucky Fried's not exactly a family name. I mean, yeah, if you want to help me out a little bit with that, my daughter here can maybe work out something. Look, you want some better prices, and then you want this information. I tell you what, that pill you have has got a little trace of something extra on it. It might have a magical trace on it that I can ask the spirits about, maybe track down who made it for you. But that's gonna take resources. It's gonna take time, and I got reruns of Matlock coming on.
What if I help you? I mean, you do shamanistic magic, right? I could help
Yeah,
you with
talk to the
that.
spirits. Yeah, you can help, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's going to take my time. Let's say, the stuff you got here plus my time. Call it 300 new yen. Call it even.
Not the problem.
Yeah,
Oh,
fine.
see, now I like him.
I'll go ahead and kick it up to 4 because I like your game.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna take a friend here, and we're gonna do a little spiritual stuff over this pill. If you want to go smoke in the corner there, my
Yes,
daughter can
sir.
keep you entertained. Show you the wares.
Yes.
She's got a hookah that's just amazing. Why don't you go over there and do that? You, pointing at Kaylee, don't touch anything. I mean, I don't have anything against your kind, but you do have a live virus that can spread. You know that, right? Just don't touch anything.
I try to maintain a good distance.
Yeah.
Wait, you're contagious?
Technically, yes.
Fine, it's fine.
I probably
Alright,
shouldn't
alright.
be living in the same room as you.
That's fine.
Just wash your hands regularly. It's fine.
Yeah, I wear a mask. It's fine.
I should probably make a newspaper mask.
All right, Marina. He takes you back to his lodge. He's got a mystical lodge in the back, and he says, "All right, well, yeah. You done this sort of thing before? We're gonna coax the spirit out of this pill."
All right. Open
Okay.
sesame.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. What do you have for dice for empathy and whatever you have for a magic skill?
For empathy, I have social and magic both. I can do etiquette or channel.
Channel. Go ahead and
Okay.
roll that.
It's 3 expert with 3 regular. So let's say lucky number 7. Nope.
Nothing. Okay, and you're going to take 3 drain. The stun you
Okay.
got before is gone, but you are going to take 3 now from this. You are actually not able to help him
right.
with that roll. Now, you do have a reroll on the table from...
Let's do it.
all right, go ahead.
Still lucky number 7. Boom. Nope.
Yep, and it's the same 3 drain.
All right.
Okay, so you're not able to help, so he is going to try and do it on his own. Okay, so he has an expert die. I'm going to say 5. 2 sets. Okay, so he's got okay, I'm going to take the 6s with the 3. So he is able to pull out. There's a small spirit that's still attached to this pill, which is rather amazing. So it wasn't just enchanted. The pill itself is awakened. And there's something that looks like a flea that emerges from the pill.
Ugh.
All right. So he got 3 tasks from it. What do you want to ask it?
Who created you?
Okay.
I guess is the first one.
So he communes with it. What's your next one?
What else should we ask it?
Can't consult with these guys because it's just you and the shaman
Oh.
in the sweat lodge.
So yeah, who created you? Where is your creator? I guess. And why is he? I don't know about that third one. How do I get there?
Okay. Okay, so the Hogan that created the pills goes by Dr. Baca, Bakka.
Dr. Baka.
Right. Dr. Baca is a member of one of the Caribbean cartels, one of the big gangs, drug cartels in the area. Where is it located? Is the production facility is located on one of the islands in the chain that makes up this area here. How to get there? Boat. So you know who he's with, and kind of where the location of the production facility is. And so those are the 3 tasks it can perform, and the spirit is let loose.
Okay. Well.
It's like, well, I hope
That's
that
it
was
then.
a help to you. You were of no help whatsoever. I mean, I don't know what they're teaching you kids these days, but spirits don't like you very much.
I've had a long day, a long week even.
Yeah. So it's interesting. Your drugs are awakened. They have a little sentience of their own. That's interesting.
Okay, so I go back to my guys. I think the Mamba, and then I go and I tell everybody what's up. We'll have to take a boat to find this guy. Like they're with, so and so.
Yeah, they're with a huge drug cartel.
Yeah, the smell of all this smoke in here that you've been smoking is making my head fuzzy already.
So the question is, do we need to hunt down who made the pills? Is that relevant to our current issue? Because yes, we can know who made the pills, but the people who drugged us, I mean, it doesn't.
Well, the secretary drugged us and we killed her, and she got the drugs from the Mamba.
So we
And
need to go find the Mamba.
the only thing we know with the spirits is that a Mamba can do what's being done
Okay.
to us, and we've been affected by a Mamba's drugs. So I'm assuming this guy, seeing as he's had those drugs that have been used against us, it's probably a good chance that this is the guy who's trying to fuck us up.
All right. So we go talk to this cartel to find out if they are the Mamba. That sounds so dangerous.
We could fireball them.
Lots of machine guns versus my little fireball it's not the winning situation.
I mean, I can summon a spirit too. Cause a little trouble. I'm sure they have security systems that Kaylee could hack if they're cartel. They probably have something going on to keep eyes around the place.
Perhaps if I pose as a potential buyer, I could get close enough to hack into their security.
It could, yeah.
I mean, he's already pretended to be you and me. He probably hasn't seen Kaylee because she's in a cave a lot. No offense.
Kaylee, we've been dragging you around with us to all these places. Luckily, you're more covered up than the rest of us, but it's only a matter of time. Tonight, I'm guessing some crime will be committed with your face.
Not if I don't take the funny drugs.
Well,
I wonder if
probably
that's the
true.
connection, because the spirit might be able
And
to
if you
connect.
said that the spirit that came out of it was a flea, right?
Mm-hmm.
What the fleas do, they suck blood.
And then that's DNA.
I really wish Cantu wasn't crapping his brains out right now. He would have a way better idea on what to do.
All right. Well, this is a good enough place. We're at time anyway, so we'll leave it there. You guys have, you found the hut out of the swamp. That whatever broke into the bank, that was where the trail led to. You're not sure how that all associates with. You found out that the drugs are awakened. There's a spirit in each of those pills, a very tiny one, but a spirit in each of those pills that are connected with one of the major drug cartels that are working out of this area. So some interesting stuff going in there. And Kaylee, by the way, some of the drugs that you actually take for your condition is what makes you not contagious, but that doesn't change public opinion about your
Right.
condition, right? So you're really of no danger to your friends as long as you're still on your regime, but most people don't care. Okay, so that's how that works. Dion, what do you got going on?
Almost halfway through Arc Valad 3 already. I'm gonna try and beat it before the end of November, which is an easy task. And then we're gonna go on to the fourth one. But otherwise, you can find me playing tabletop games with all my super cool, awesome friends like these guys here. You can find me on Bert's channel on Tuesdays, Fridays, sometimes Sundays. You can catch me on Featherfall Tabletop on Mondays every other week. This Monday, we're doing it, hopefully. Fingers crossed that everyone shows up. And then Saturdays, we have, I think, one more show of The Happiest Apocalypse on Earth. It's the season finale this Saturday, right before Halloween. It's going to be a big one. Yeah.
Cool. Chuck, what do you got going on? Yeah,
Oh
it doesn't
my.
look like my link doesn't work. Throw up your socials.
Yeah, it's twitch.tv/Defenders of Kobold. This Thursday we're gonna be rocking out some more Pathfinder 2nd Edition. You know, the crew here has found out that they're in a giant spaceship, and whether or not they believe that's another thing. They also stole a potato god, which is fun. Friday we'll be doing some basic fantasy role-playing game at 10 p.m. Central. And then Saturday is usually a Goodman Games stream, but we're going to be missing that one because we're kicking off a new game on Defenders called The Darkest House or something like that. Steven's going to be running that for us. So, that's what we got.
Cool. Jake, you got anything going on?
Well, I do have a message from a sponsor here.
Ooh.
Let's see here. Let's see. Here we go. Who needs to scare specters away with those plain Jane Jacks on the stoop when you could bind a foul phantom to your ghastly gourd with Dr. DeVille's Jerk-a-Lantern instead? Each Jerk-a-Lantern kit comes complete with a set of easy-to-utter incantations guaranteed to bind the spirit of a vengeful bigot to your store-bought pumpkin. Just carve out the face and install the spectral vocalizer, and your family will be set to receive haunting verbal abuse all autumn long. And that's the black magic of the Jerk-a-Lantern from Dr. DeVille.
I'd buy
DeVille
that.
Exorcism kit sold separately.
I'd buy that. Yeah. That's a good product. Hey, and if you found us here, you know where we are, twitch.tv/SteamSteelMurder. We stream on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. We got a lot of OSR type of games going on. This Halloween, next Sunday, I'm going to be running iHunt for a select group of impoverished monster hunters in the gig economy. Should be a lot of fun. Uses the Fate system. Nice narrative-based system. So hopefully we can get some folks together for that. Believe at this point we've got enough to pull it off. So check us out for that for sure. Halloween night. Guys, thank you for watching out there. Thank you guys for playing. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.